we had 80% of the economic rights were securitized. It was called MRT3 bonds, and they even had a trustee, Bank of New York. The 20% owned by Ayala was not securitized. Ayala directly sold its shares to Goldman Sachs for $56 million. The rest securitized. Unfortunately, the holder of the bonds were still not being paid on time. And there was this naughty group, which was a vulture fund called Elliott of the Netherlands. A couple of crazy guys go into the office of Secretary Gary Teves, Secretary of Finance Gary Teves, and said, by the way, you've been missing payments. We intend to take you to court. We just successfully sued the government of Peru, and if we win, all your loans are going to be called. Paripaso yan eh. Alright? So it scared the hell out of Gary. Gary runs to Malacanang, and they formed a task force of 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. De Leon, because you were there the whole time. So it was Department of Finance, Land Bank, DBP, NDC, because they thought they could use NDC as the company that would buy out the economic rights, and one more. Who was the fifth one? DOTC, sorry. DOTC, Finance, Land Bank, DBP, and NDC. All right? And so there was shenanigans there, which I investigated. To make the long story short, Land Bank and DBP each approved a loan for $90 million to no one in particular. There was no borrower, but they just approved a loan for $90 million to buy MRT3 bonds. Correct? Mr. Leon? Okay. All right. Unfortunately, they bought this, and they bought this from some Babyong Pin companies and Ashmore and Belsky of Hong Kong and General Air Services of the BVI. And they overpaid as usual. That preferred shares is worth nothing, but they used it as a device to pay another $200 million. I'll tell you why those preferred shares are nothing, and you can ask those that formulated this whole scheme, Penta Capital. You can ask, they explained it to me. They said, boss, at the end of the cooperating period, when all the bonds are paid, baka magkaroon ng butal. Because the Bank of New York is supposed to invest the money it collects from the Philippine government and distribute them to whoever was holding the bonds. But those bonds are not normal coupon bonds. They were all zero coupon. They were all zero coupon. So much 2007, 2010, 2012, ganon. And so when the government bought them, it was not getting a discount. It was buying it at market. Yeah, it was buying it at market. If the market then was 7.5%, it was paying double. Because 15%, and there's nobody in his right mind who say, no. I'm getting 50.